Welcome back, guys. This is the Friday edition of Down the Rabbit Hole. This is the final segment. I'm hanging out with my friend Susan Lindauer. And pretty much during the breaks and in the last segment, we were discussing the debt ceiling because that is a big issue right now. And it is a distraction away from other things, but we do need to focus on what they're doing because they just want to use dictatorial powers and spend all the money they want and everything else. It's a really simple fix, okay? How about we stop paying all the senators and congressmen for 5 years? We put a 5-year moratorium on not paying them any money.
Oh, I vote for that.
The president and his staff all work for free. It's a volunteer basis. You guys, look, they all have enough money that they could volunteer their time. So you volunteer your time. We'll pay you back we'll reimburse you for the travel, but you're not getting a paycheck. That stops.
I got an idea. $1 a year, like Lee Iacocca. Yeah. Remember when Lee Iacocca set out to save was it General Motors or Ford?
It was General Motors.
Yeah.
He took $1 a year.
$1 a year to prove that he could save America. Hey, man, I challenge Congress to do the same thing.
Well, back when Congress was first formed, when the Founding Fathers formed this country, you didn't get paid. You did get a little bit of a stipend to, cover some expenses and stuff, but you didn't make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. People volunteered their time to go serve in government. It was a duty to serve your country and to make sure freedom stayed free and didn't turn into some, oligarchical, I can't even speak tonight, some prison planet like tyranny. They didn't want that. They didn't want they didn't want what they had just escaped from to happen again. They just fought and their friends and family died to have their freedom. And here you have, right from the start, you got Rothschild agents right in the door trying to create a central bank again. Good old Alexander Hamilton. That's why he's on the money. You don't get put on money unless you do something right. Unless you're in the club. And they use George Washington's face. To me, they pervert him. To me, the reason why they do the things they do, look at the statue, the famous statue of him in the Baphomet pose, where he's got the one hand up and the one hand below, and that's symbolic of as above, so below. To me, they didn't do that to honor Washington. To me, that's like a spit in the face, just like the torch at Kennedy's grave. That's an Illuminati marker. A flame, the lit flame. That's not for John Kennedy. That's them saying, "Ha ha, we got him." They did the same thing to Diana at her grave. There's a lit torch. What do you think that is? That's their little FU. That's we got them.
Yeah, we got you. Yeah, we got you. Yeah.
Dealey Plaza, the Masons down there erected an obelisk. That's disgusting, and people are like, "Oh, well, it's to honor him." Are you retarded? Do you even know what the obelisk is? People are just so ignorant. And it's the same thing with this debt ceiling stuff. They're going to use the fear. I know so many people. Look, I'm a veteran. I rely on my check. Okay, I'm a disabled veteran. Yeah. I'm 100% disabled, but that's why I give back into the radio for free and the site and everything else for free. But that's how I can't work anymore. Okay, due to my disabilities, I even have problems sometimes with my hands operating the site on certain days because I have some issues with the nerves and stuff.
I didn't know that. I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
listen. The veterans issue. I want to say that I'm an anti-war activist, but I have a heck of a lot of respect for our veterans who go out and who are trying to defend our country, whose trust has been abused by these lies because they have paid for what these stupid-ass politicians have done to America. No, you can say it. They are
stupid-ass politicians. I completely agree. And for them to threaten vets and to threaten old people, first of all, there's more than enough money. We take in on a monthly basis. We make more than enough money to take care of the veterans. They just want to screw the old people and the vets because they're the easiest targets. Why not go after these corporations? Why not tell Israel to go kick rocks? Okay, we've given them 4 times the amount of money we spent on the Apollo moon missions, all of them combined, not one, all of them. And we've given Israel 4 times that amount of money. Okay, this comes from someone who has Jewish heritage, you could say. Okay, trust me when I say they don't need the damn money. Screw them. Because they're just going to use it to bomb innocent people too, which pisses people off against us. It's like we said during the break, Susan. before 9/11, we were looked at so much differently, and there were so many people in the world that looked up to America and wanted to be America. Now they look at us like the friggin' schoolyard bully, and nobody wants to deal with us because when we don't get our way, we bomb you. That's how we handle things. We threaten people. We'll send a Predator drone and start bombing innocent people in your country. How's that?
Well, in Libya, you don't even have to have any reason at all. There's nothing going on in Libya that would have justified this thing. And here we are starting another war just as we have a chance finally after 10 years to get out of Iraq and Afghanistan. And what we need to be doing right now with this debt ceiling crisis, I do disagree with you in the sense that I think that it is real, that if we don't deal with this issue, we're in serious trouble.
Oh,
because I think that if we don't get our spending and our debts under control, we've got to, cut up the credit cards and get serious about this.
Oh, without a doubt, we have to. Why? That's why. I was being sarcastic before when I said that about the show.
Okay.
Yeah, I am totally not. Like I said, when I'm a.
And the Democrats, listen. The Democrats have a plan that cuts $2.2 trillion, and the GOP plan only cuts $900 billion. The $2.2 trillion plan from the Democrats includes ramping down the wars over the next 5 years. And, and my answer to that is end it now. Bring them home now.
Why do we have to ramp things down?
What do you mean 5 years you're going to be in Baghdad? 5 years you're going to be in Afghanistan?
Why do we need to be in Iraq anymore? Why are we still
Exactly.
Why are we in Afghanistan? We've been in Afghanistan
the next 12 months. Yeah, in the next yes, thank you.
Longer than the
Russians.
Next
12 months we could get them out. Obama could get these people out of there.
Oh, he's Mr. Anti-War
summer.
President. Remember, that was what he ran on? See, this is what my problem with liberals is this, guys. And I have friends on both sides of the aisle, whatever, if that's what you want to call it. I don't believe in the whole left-right thing. I think everybody's being had. But I do have friends that are hardcore liberals. My problem is this. Why? Don't back Obama. How could you defend him when he told you he was going to stop Iraq, stop Afghanistan, pull everybody out? We told you that wasn't going to happen, but he lied. You guys bought into it. And now, there are some people that are standing up and saying, oh, it's not right, but there's not enough. Everybody that voted for Obama because they thought he was going to end the wars needs to have the balls to stand up and call him out and say, yo, what's up? If everybody got angry like we did in the 60s, that would help push them to end Afghanistan. Not enough people are pissed off yet.
Yes.
Okay? Because it's okay. It's okay that these guys are coming back with no limbs and everything. Susan, they're alive and they're getting veterans benefits. So what's the big deal? What's the big? They're fighting for our freedom. Don't you know the boogeyman is going to get us?
For any of the boogeyman. There is no boogeyman.
I know.
I know exactly. You and I are on the same side. We are the boogeyman.
Yes.
The United States has done this to itself. And we are paying the price for it. China is the big winner of the war on terror.
Oh, it's because they hold the debt. I mean, it's just like the Rothschild bankers. Look, go look back in history. Look what they did in the Napoleonic Wars. Okay, Napoleon was getting his rear end handed to him, but a Rothschild agent made it back to London and told them, and they spread the rumor that Napoleon was winning. All the stocks in London dropped. They bought everything up for pennies on the dollar, and then when the truth came out, they owned everything. They're doing the same crap again. That's exactly what they're doing. They're pulling the same kind of crap, the same kind of chicanery again. And it's out of control. And it's time we stood up. You want to look, old people and veterans are not the reason that we can't balance the budget. Let's get real. We're spending money we're like a wife that's out of control with the credit cards, and she's running around and she's buying stuff, and the husband's like, yo, you're dropping $6-7 a month on the credit cards. I can't afford this. Well, that's like 1,000-fold what we're doing. Okay, it's the same thing, and there's a lot of idiot Americans that are like, well, if we don't raise the debt ceiling, how about we just stop borrowing money from the Federal Reserve and tell the Federal Reserve we don't owe you anything? There goes the national debt. Problem solved. Tell the Federal Reserve to kick rocks.
Well, but the thing is, we've already spent the money. See, that's the problem. We're talking about money. It's not what we're going to spend in the future that's the problem. It's what we've already spent.
Well, then you know what we
past.
do instead of paying interest?
That's
just pay
the problem.
Just pay towards the principal. I did it. I've done it on loans before, and right on the check in the memo, I put towards the principal only. So they couldn't put it towards the interest, and that screwed them because then it was more money off the principal, and it was less money that they were making, on the back end through quote-unquote interest. So same thing. We should just tell the Federal Reserve to kick rocks. We're not borrowing money from them anymore. We'll tell the Chinese, what do we owe you? We'll pay them off. We'll work out a plan with the Chinese, pay them off. Whatever other countries have bought into our crap, we pay them off so that the economies in those countries don't crash. We pay them off slowly. We have to work something out with them. Okay, we start printing our own money backed by gold and silver, and then when the Federal Reserve says, we've got to cut
the spending.
Well, that's
we
the
have to.
Thing. We got to stop innocent countries, Susan. We're
end the war. Listen, and this is great.
When they can get your book again.
Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com. It's called Extreme Prejudice, The Terrifying Story of the Patriot Act and the Cover-Ups of 9/11 in Iraq.
Next week.
And I'm going to be in Seattle on Tuesday, and then Portland Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and San Francisco on Monday.
Awesome. Susan, thank you for coming on again.
Thanks a lot.
As always, you're an awesome guest. I'll see you in a few weeks. Guys, I'll see you on Tuesday.